Over the last 15 years, there's been a lot of dominating athletes. Even those who aren't familiar with sports may know the names of Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or even Peyton Manning when they hear them. But what if I said there was a man who dominates just as much as these men did in the NFL and NBA, but did so in a less popular sport here in the United States? Roger Federer, a Switzerland native, has been dominating the tennis world since he moved onto the scene. Even before, even being the huge sports fan that I am, I haven't paid much attention to Federer's career until the last few years. As I have studied his career, though, I've grown to admire his remarkable talent. To help you recognize his dominance and understand it, I'll focus on three main points: his raw talent, records, and longevity. These statistics will help you appreciate the incredible athlete Roger Federer truly is. Roger Federer arrived on the ATP, which is the Association of Tennis Professionals, the ATP World Tour, when he was 16 in 1998. At the age of 18, he took fourth place in the ATP finals. A reporter once asked one of his most fierce competitors, who he's played multiple times in major matches, Rafael Nadal, if you had to say what is the one thing about Roger Federer's game that makes him so special, what would you say if you had to boil it down? Rafael Nadal's response was perfect. He said, everything. Another wonderful quote from another fierce competitor that he had in the past was from a man named Andy Roddick. Andy Roddick has been quoted of saying, I think he's a generational talent if his body holds up. He has so many different options in terms of how he can play with his spins, serve, and volleying and staying back. It's not that surprising to me. I love Andy Roddick's quote. It goes to show of the wonderful talent that he has that is recognized by his opponents. This leads into the records that have came from that talent. Grand Slams are tournaments that are held each year. There's four Grand Slams, which are also referred to as majors, and they're the most important tennis matches because they're worth the most points. Federer has won the most Grand Slams with 19, but has played in 29 Grand Slam finals in total, with Rafael Nadal trailing behind, having won 15 and played in 23 finals. Some of the amazing records that he has held alongside that is that he has spent 237 consecutive weeks, almost 5 years straight, ranked number one in the world. He has also won 8 Wimbledon men's singles titles, the most in history. Another stat that goes to show his greatness is that he won 3 out of 4 Grand Slams in three times in 3 different years, which is an amazing thing to be able to do. The wonderful thing about Roger Federer is it hasn't seemed to slow down. This is something that has gone on not over the course of his prime, but it's even going on today. His longevity really is showing even in his older age. It's showing the fact that he's able to step up and perform at a high level, even though he may not be as physically gifted as some of the younger guys nowadays. He actually faced his first big injury of his career in 2016, but he was able to bounce back, and he did something that was absolutely remarkable. Roger Federer, at the age of 35 years old, he was the oldest player. He's the oldest player in 40 years to make a Grand Slam final, which was the Wimbledon Cup. He actually won that final, and he became the most winningest person of that Wimbledon tournament with 8 in total. With this newfound knowledge of how Roger Federer has been so brilliant and dominant in the tennis world, I hope that the next time that you're watching TV and you stumble upon a tennis match and it has Roger Federer in it, I hope that you stop and take the time to appreciate his brilliance. If you don't, you just might miss out on something historic. Thank you.